throne to the Baron of Ludensheim's seat, and so the Baron has asked you guys to bring him back alive because he wants to have a chance to, kind of work him over some before he kills him, I guess. Um, you have on your travels so far picked up some additional travelers who are now traveling with you. Um, First was Lars Birgit, um, the priest, said he was searching for holy relics believed to be in the woods south of Dresden.
Oh,
Um,
was it a man? I thought it was a woman.
that's a man.
Okay.
There's a woman, Lisa Lamprecht. Uh, she is out seeking revenge for her father, who was killed by Miles Freeland. And you just ran into last night a gnomish prospector by the name of Darren Gobbleneck. And he also he's actually heading to see if he can find Havenwell, which is a gnome mining uh, settlement that his family came from years ago, and he's seeing if he can locate it and locate any family there. And so that's where we're at. It is morning, and you guys are free to resume your journey. So what do you wish to do?
I think we break camp and continue where we're going south. Was it the south?
Yeah, generally south. Following a trail, as you can see on that orange line, it doesn't always track straight south, but it's generally moving south.
We'll say you all.
Richard, I'm in. This is Mark. I'm in. Just
Okay,
joined.
good. We're just getting going. Okay, so you guys moving, and you've been moving for mm, 30 minutes or so. So you're really just getting started. And you smell a campfire just to the east of the trail. Small one, not big one.
Well, let's have the owl go ahead and scout it.
Okay. So the owl flies over that way and comes back and says, "Yeah, I think there might be like one or two guys down there. I really couldn't tell. It was, these light conditions, and I'm flying above the canopy."
Okay, well, a couple of guys. We're a large contingent. You guys want to head over there and see what these two are about?
Okay, that's fine with me.
Okay. So you guys head that way, and you know, as soon as you get going that way, the smell increases, and you actually can smell like what smells like meat cooking. And after you go about 100 feet, you can hear a stream nearby, and you spot a campfire is burning. And there is a person in robes sitting there roasting a sausage on a stick. Laura, go ahead and describe yourself.
Okay, he is an elf. He has silver colored hair. He's about 5 feet tall, doesn't weigh very much. Age is really indeterminate. And he has a staff, short spear, laying by him. And his robes are green.
I'd be able to tell. Is he a mist elf?
No, he's not a mist elf.
Actually, he would appear more of a wild elf. As y'all are watching him, you'll see him reach into a pouch on his belt. He'll pull something out, then he slips his hand beneath his robes and pulls it back out, and whatever he had in his hand is gone.
Hail and well met. May we speak with you for a while?
Whoa, fellow travelers, come share my fire.
Yes, I should like to warm myself by your fire. Thank you. And I don't know if I have my horse yet. If I do, I just ride up next to the fire and dismount. If not, I just walk up.
I think you guys were walking. I don't remember any horses being brought.
Good.
Yeah, I was walking.
I'm Sir Galathon. And may I ask your name?
My name is Lore.
Ah,
Oh, I'm a druid.
interesting name. Are you the druid of this forest?
No. I'm not from here.
Oh, from where art thou?
The wood I am from is Falworth Woods. My master sent me out because there were strange happenings in the land in our area, and I was to investigate it. And then I got lost.
Well,
And now you found me.
now you've been found, yes.
So, are you on a quest?
Of sorts. And I tell him about our quest. Do 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 do.
Yeah, it's more like a job.
Y'all have been hired by the Baron or whatever his name is.
Yes.
The group I was with was hired by him also. And then I got separated from them. So I guess I'm still hired by him too.
Hmm.
Well, different Baron. You were hired by Baron Botkenberg, and they're hired by Baron Ludensheim.
Laura would not know the difference if they were standing side by side.
You know,
Well, what was your mission from the Baron then?
So what was that again?
you want to know what your mission was? Dealing with
We were
goblin
hunting
raids.
down the goblin raiders who were coming across the river, and then we were looking for two lost sisters. We never did find out what happened to them. I don't think. We did encounter some goblins. It was after that I got separated from my friends.
What was the name of the sisters you were looking for?
He tells you, and they're the same sisters you guys found.
Oh, well, we found those two girls. Yeah, we were looking for them
Did?
time too.
Oh, cool. They said a giant had eaten them, but we didn't think a giant had eaten them.
No, we found the giants they thought ate them, but they didn't eat them, so that didn't work out. Yeah, no, they were just hanging out. They went to the other town, so no big deal.
Well, good for you. I would offer you some of my food, but all I got is this one sausage. But if you're really hungry, I guess I can give it to you.
I guess it's the thought that counts.
Richard, what time of day is it?
It's like that. It's like 8:30.
Hmm.
8. You know, it's early morning.
Well, Mr. Law, will you care to travel with us?
Excellent. And he stands up and he pours some water over his fire. Then he kicks dirt over it and stomps on it real good, make sure it's out real good. And then he starts walking along, eating his sausage on the stick.
Okay. Okay. So, guys, finish up here and get back on the road if you wish. Assuming that's kind of would be the next thing. And as you're moving along today, you notice a few more farms. Um, and you feel like you're making progress in moving towards the town, getting closer to Gipsheim. And as you coming, well, shortly after you break for midday, you top a hill. At the bottom, you see a group of men. There's a couple of women in there too, dressed in leather, with a little bit of metal armor spread out among them. They're all on horseback. They're gathered around a cart, and you guys top the hill. It's like they see you, and they're still, about a quarter of a mile away. One of them takes one last hack, or a hack, at the man that's sitting on this cart. And then another couple of them jump up in the back of the cart and start digging around in it. What are you guys going to do? Did I say there are 7 of them?
You said a handful. What do you mean
Okay.
what do you mean you took a hack? What does that mean?
Got
Probably
like
with
a
an
long
axe.
sword, and he just hacks at this guy, and you see him crumple down into the seat area of this cart. And then 2 more jump in the back and start rummaging around.
Jeez. Those are not nice people.
Oh, I'll ask the owl if that looks like the people who shot him.
Says that could have been them. Think it may be. So, Lore, they have with them a very large owl who speaks.
Okay, Laura's just looking at it like, whoa.
And you guys are kind of standing there watching, and eventually one of them pulls out a small bag, holds it up and kind of shakes it, sticks it in his in his in his gear, and 2 of them run back and jump on their horses, and all 7 of them start to gallop away, leaving this guy just laying on the cart bleeding. The horse just kind of sitting there. It moves around a little, then kind of starts to slowly walk down side the path a bit and start to graze.
I'd like to go forward and see if I can administer aid to the person that got attacked if he's still alive.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go as a group, see what we can do.
Okay. So you guys hustle on down there, and you got no hope of catching that group. And so you're kind of hustling. So it takes you about 3 minutes to get there, 2 to 3 minutes. He's not looking very good, but he is still breathing slightly. He's a middle-aged human. The looks of him, probably a shopkeeper, merchant, houndsman. He's got a small cut on one side of his face, and then a blow that you saw delivered right to his shoulder. So it's like his shoulder blade is broken, and it's a deep cut, and it's bleeding. What you guys gonna do?
I'm gonna bandage wounds.
Okay.
Do we have a cleric?
You got a druid.
We should have Cal.
We
And
just don't get cure spells in first E until their second level, so that's not gonna help us.
Well,
I'm not
he is
sure.
a second level druid.
Oh, okay, well, that's different.
Lars will step forward. Actually, cast a healing spell on him, and you can watch the wound closes up and hear the bone moving back into place.
That's the
And
best magic.
and the man is now breathing evenly, and in a few minutes he will wake up and kind of look around, look at you guys. Don't have any gold. That's what he says.
Well, I don't have any gold either, but I have some silver. Do you need some?
Oh, not them. And then he is like feeling his shoulder. What happened? Did I dream that?
dream what?
That one of Miles' men attacked me.
Oh, yeah, that happened.
Yeah, that happened.
They hit you really good.
How long have I been unconscious?
I don't know, a few minutes maybe.
I think they took off with some possession of yours, though.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't gold, but something.
What did it look like?
Some sack.
Oh, my gold!
We were kind of far away.
Oh,
So it was gold?
yeah.
Must have been a lot of gold to be worth your life, my friend.
It was all the gold I had.
How much was that?
47 pieces.
Of gold? Wow.
Gold pieces. Well, why?
I forget we're on silver base, so
Yeah,
actually, it'd probably-
that's what I was thinking. I was like, wow.
yeah. No, it was silver, and
Oh, 47
I
pieces of silver.
apologize.
Well, you know,
And so
if you're gonna carry
Yeah, he-
that kind of silver around, you might want to have someone around to help you defend yourself from brigands like that.
Well, I didn't think anyone would think I had that much. I had been, I'd been to Lutensheim and sold a whole cart full of whiskey and was going back to town, back home with my profits. I didn't know anyone would think I had that.
I shake my head. You're not the worldliest of persons, are you? In this world, people always assume you have something, and they take no heed of taking it by force or checking at least.
Oh, I guess I should have hired some guards, but I didn't. I didn't want to.
I'm not saying it's right, but that's how the world works.
I have nothing left to steal, but if you'd like to ride on the Gipsheim with me, you're welcome. At least offer you a meal when we get there.
Now you're learning.
How did you know that it was Miles' men that attacked you?
Oh. The one who struck me, he's in Gipsheim often enough.
Okay.
He's one of his main lieutenants.
That guy was brutal.
Yeah, I guess I'm getting a little bit confused here, buddy, because if you knew Miles and his men were riding through the area, then why didn't you hire any mercenaries to protect you?
Oh. His name is Calon. Well, I mean, I'm well known in Gipsheim, and I never have any money.
You probably
I don't
couldn't
know,
trust
man.
anybody to hire because he doesn't know if he's hiring somebody that is going to rob him.
Yeah, but he didn't even try.
Well, I figured even that I was probably somebody that they would think wouldn't think had enough to be worth attacking, but I was wrong.
Well, friends, it's not a crime to be naive. It's just sort of a death sentence sometimes. So let's not blame him for that.
So, those of you that want to ride and get a ride, those of you who wish to walk along beside it, and you probably have the opportunity to trade off and on.
I want to ride.
You got about another hour, and you guys arrive in beautiful downtown Gipsheim. And
So I suppose with those being the Baron's men, there's no recourse for you as far as being murdered and robbed, huh?
those aren't the Baron's men.
Oh
Those are
no,
Miles' men.
Miles's men, yeah. Well,
They're the guys that you've come to. Well, they're the men of the guy that you've come to capture.
Okay.
I mean, when you come to the last little rise before coming down into the little town, and it's situated near a creek. The small village of Thorpe. There's just a few dozen buildings. None of them are very substantial. I mean, they're all rather dilapidated. It's a rather kind of rundown little place. Um, few additional small cottages, all of them kind of in disrepair of some level of disrepair. There's really no defined streets other than one main one, which kind of winds between the larger buildings along the trail that you're on until it hits the creek on the south side of town where there's a ford. It's a dusty little road, but probably is quite muddy if it ever rains or when it does rain. Buildings and houses are spread out. There's little farm plots. There's animal pens. Only thing that really stands out, there's one wooden structure, one building, which is in fairly decent repair. It has a big sign hanging out front, got a big ram's head on it. And down on the downstream side of town, there's a mill. Few people moving about on their little farms. And you do notice that there's like a small clump of it's like 3 people, 3 men, 2 women. And again, they're in sort of this mixed armor. And they got too many weapons and just kind of standing around outside the door of the Ram's Head, talking and laughing and passing a bottle around.
I
And
asked the victim if those are more of Miles's men or soldiers or their townsfolk.
his name is Morris, and Morris is like, yeah, I would. Your best guess is they're Miles. They came here looking to join Miles. From the looks of them, they probably have already joined up. And he kind of comes in, and a couple of buildings in, he heads off to the east and goes to. It's just a little old thatch cottage with stone wall around it, and comes up and pulls up to it, and there's a place to kind of put the cart in, and he gets off and starts unhitching the cart, and does ask you guys kind of help him, and you kind of wheel the cart in this little alcove, and then he takes the horse and takes him in and puts him in the pen, and a young boy comes running out. Grandpa, you made it back. You made it back. It's like, yes, 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 Landon, I made it back. Brush old Gray out for me, please. The little boy, yes, Grandpa, yes. And he runs and he gets a brush and he starts working on the horse. And Grandpa comes back over to you and says, "Thank you so much. Come on in. We will see what we have to eat." And he kind of goes in and Comes back out in a minute and says, "Yeah, come on in, come on in." You know how women are. You at least want to give them a couple of minutes notice before you bring guests home. And he brings you in, and it's a small. It's like a one-room cabin farmhouse. There's a loft over it. You can tell there's a bed in one corner. His wife is a middle-aged woman, kind of fluffy, and seems nice enough. And come in. Thank you so much for helping my poor old Morris. Let me get some stuff together for you. It won't be the fanciest thing you've ever eaten, but it'll fill you up. And she's working on some stuff over there. She's making some kind of pies, and she gets you guys some ale and some fruit and cheese and bread, and she's working and finishing up these pies. And a little bit, they smell very good, and they bring out, and there's two pies that she's made. They're rabbit pies. They smell very good, and when you eat them, they're very good. There's nothing fancy, no fancy spicings or anything, but they're carrying an extra weight because she's a good cook, And so, any questions you want to ask while this is going on?
Where can we find Miles?
Oh, that I couldn't tell you. I mean, I could tell you he's somewhere. He's got a hideout somewhere further south, probably south of Dunston, actually.
Are those on the map? I'm not seeing them.
No, they're not. So, like, that little black dot, that is, if I can get. Okay. So, so that black dot is Gipsheim. Dunston is another day and a half south of here, depending on how weather and trail conditions are.
I saw you redraw the trail that we were on, but I don't see a black dot.
Hmm.
Can you just point with your mouse so I can see where it's at?
I mean, it's right there at the end of the trail.
Oh, little
okay.
Jack.
All right. Okay, I got you.
And yeah, so Dunston's like another day and a half from here south, relatively south, kind of like this was relatively south of the river. And yeah, I mean, general comments. Yeah, this used to be a really peaceful little area. There were miners here, and when the mines planed out, we kind of became farmers, and then now it's just a mess. These bandits are here, and
How many?
oh, gee, he probably has 20 or 30 different people at least coming through town here. And
We're
then
supposed to gather heads, right?
excuse me.
We're supposed to gather heads, right?
Um, you have been authorized to do, if you bring him back alive, you get one price. I think you get 500 silver. And if you bring back his head, you get 125 silver.
But didn't we get silver for bringing back heads of his men?
Um,
Or am I remembering that wrong?
maybe does anybody else remember that? Because if you guys remember it, then
Yeah, it's like 5 silver a head.
5 silver a head. Then yeah. So
Do we have an assassin in the group?
Well, while they're all talking, Laura's going to be wandering around and gathering up some berries.
okay, there will be a reminder to us. He's gonna gather up what?
Berries. Blueberries, strawberries, blackberries, just berries.
Okay.
He can cast the spell Goodberry now.
Okay. Okay.
Well, I'd like to size up the guys that are there in town. How many do we think are there, and can we round them up?
I mean, he doesn't know at the moment. So probably if there are any of them, they're down at the Ram's Head. We saw 5 of them when we came in. I would bet there his in.
What do you think, guys? Should we collect some heads or what?
Well, we need to find Miles. So I'm not sure if we want to just attack these guys yet, or if we want to kind of just sneak around and watch them and have them lead us to them.
My brother is he's a ranger. He's excellent tracking and staying hidden.
Okay, so maybe we can attack them, kill some of them, and let them know we're after Miles. And then when they go flee to find him, to let them know, we can just track them.
Guerrilla tactics, huh?
Well, he is the the cash cow here, so we do want to get him.
Well, Richard, what I like to do is kind of take a look around town and see what we're up against. How many guys are? Does it appear that are part of the gang, and or they just farmers or what? I would like to see if I can tell.
Okay.
I don't want to attack him if there's 30 of them here.
Okay.
I wonder if attacking him and giving him warning that we're looking for him is the best course of action, or should we try to get past these guys and get to the head of the snake?
We fight the little guys, we get experience points.
I like what you think. You put it that way.
Well, while they're all discussing that, after Laura's done with his berries, he's going to take out his watering pedestal and start grinding up some of the pepper seeds he has.
Okay. So, um, yeah, I mean, Marcel will let you know probably, yeah, if you go down the Ram's Head, that's probably where you'll find what you're going to find. Where you'll find them, if there are as many as there are in town, that's generally where they're at. Um, I guess that's one reason I wasn't worried about them, because they generally just stay at the Ram's Head and then they go out and do what they're going to do, but they don't really mess with us here in town. I guess he figured, or they figured, they could kill me and get away with it and it wouldn't be tracked back to them. I don't know.
So, do you feel like you're safe now, or since you have the knowledge and can let the other folks know that what happened to you?
I don't know. I really don't know now what to think. I mean, um, when 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 Kalan finds out that I'm still alive, I don't know whether he'll come to try and kill me, or just be mystified by how I could have survived.
Magic.
Yeah, if he'll even care, I don't know. But it's just one of those. It's kind of, for me at this point. I mean, I lost the silver. We still have the farm. We have food for the winter. I just had a nice grain crop this year and had been able to make some whiskey with the excess grain. So much easier to carry and worth so much more money than the grain itself.
Man, that's rough.
I think these villagers have been messed around too long. I think we should take care of some business, and I think that we should. The money that we get for their heads should go to the farmers in the community.
Well, let's think about that for a minute here. Maybe some, you know, that's a lot of money.
Well, we know where your share is going at least.
Well, they should be compensated at least some.
Yeah, we can buy them a dinner or something like that, right?
Yeah, I mean, ridding them of this menace is enough. I think, you know.
We're doing them a favor already.
That's more like it.
These are salt of the earth people. Giving them charity like that would be offensive to them.
Are you saying you think it'll corrupt them?
I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to offend them and imply that they couldn't take care of themselves by giving them all this money. So, no, we may even need to charge them for this service. I'm just saying.
Avarice and greed, avarice and greed.
You know, I didn't become an adventurer just for my health, though. You know, just saying.
Now, one thing is, as the day goes on, I'm sure you won't all be sitting in this little room all of this time. When you, and also as you came here, the townspeople are a very eclectic mix. There seems to be sort of an even split between, from what you've seen, humans, dwarves, hobbits, gnomes. The only place you've seen like a great gathering of humans only is around the Ram's Head.
Are these the ones that look like they could be gang members?
Yes.
And the rest of them all look like the farmers and just regular people?
Yeah.
How many are in the Ram's Head?
Oh, are you going to go in?
Well, I'm an elf. I'm not sure that that's a good idea if I lead the way.
Well, I mean, I'm somebody's got to go in if you're going to determine that, because you
If you're gonna
can't
count,
see
somebody's
in
got
it.
to go in and count them. Yeah, gotcha.
Are the guard guys outside the inn, or are they inside of it?
Well, it's not so much there were guards. There weren't guards outside of it. There were just some standing outside in front of it drinking. They weren't on guard duty. They just happened to have come out in the street.
I mean, let's ask our host. He can give us an idea at least, right?
Sure. I mean, he's like, I mean, it varies. Sometimes there's only 4 or 5 of them around here. And there's always new ones wandering in looking for them. And
Are
then,
are other races welcome into that place, or it's just humans only?
well, it's not so much as just humans only. It's just most of the town people don't have any money. And, you know, like I'll go down there and drink with some of my old friends at one of their houses. They'll come up here. We just don't really go over there because it's full of them. And I mean, there's generally a few travelers in there as well, but they get in fights, and it's expensive, and it's just not worth the trouble. But like when Miles comes to town, there can be as many as 40 of them around, 50 maybe even. I don't think he's in town now, or you'd have seen more standing outside. There's not that much room in there. But
30 to 50? Is that what you said?
Miles is here.
I think we need to whittle them down, guys. I don't want to go cut off the head with 50 thugs
Yeah.
surrounding him.
Yeah, I agree with that. That would be impossible odds. So, what do you think your fellow townspeople would do if say someone took on these guys?
I mean, I don't think anyone would care if you took them on. They just want you to win. Because if you don't, that could be terrible.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If we take on these guys and someone gets away to tell the tale, there will be reprisal.
How many did you say were at the front gate?
Well, they weren't at the front gate. They were just standing outside the bar. There were 5 of them there, standing
Oh,
there sharing a bottle and talking. So,
Bullies.
well, there's only 5 of us and 5 there, and then there's probably guys inside.
I said, how
So
are you
this
doing?
might be a little tough.
I could probably take care of the guys outside.
No, there's a ton of us, right? There's like 7 or 8 of us because there's the 5 of us. Cal's technically here, and then we have Owl and the gnome we picked up and the woman.
and the cleric.
Yeah,
Uh,
so there's like 9 of
Well,
us.
Yeah, but
no,
remember, most of us are magic users.
Well,
I mean, I could go up and just incapacitate them. With that, Lord pulls out a pipe and kind of taps it down with something and lights it up, and you can tell it's a very aromatic herbal. He's smoking cannabis. He said, I can let them smoke some of this, and while they're smoking this, I can put some powdered mushrooms into their wine. And once they drink the wine, they'll care about anything.
Well, I like that plan. Just go ahead and get them wasted, and then we can come back in later and, chop, chop, chop.
Yeah, we could take care of those real easy on the outside and then see who's inside.
Computer with people in another
Sounds good to me.
And I as well.
Okay, Laura will start walking over towards the five guys. He's smoking his pipe. And he gets close. He's like, "Hello, friends. What are you doing?" Making sure to blow smoke into their general area.
Okay. So
If any of them seem to kind of perk up at the scent, he'll offer his pipe. Go ahead, have some.
Well, while he's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and go in, along with my brother Maglor, and we'll go in and see how many people are in the shop or in the thing. Can you guys hear me? I'm not hearing anything.
Yeah, I hear you.
I don't think anyone's talking at the moment.
Lima
Yeah,
Chili.
no one was talking as far as I could tell.
Okay.
Two elves walked into a bar and
Didn't go very well. Oh, not at all. Let's see. You guys have had some tokens, right? Some of you have at least.
oh, so it's make a saving throw. Gotcha.
I'm just looking for some tokens. You guys going to the bar. Oh.
Do we need to start making new characters?
No. I just. Ravens Tower. Okay. Or where in there? Okay. Lauren Hebner. Is let's see. Oh. Okay. Okay. Now, who all is going to? Is everyone going to go, or is there anyone not going?
I thought Lore and maybe a couple of the others were headed up first, and some of us were just hanging out in the back.
Okay, well, who's going in then?
But if Lore can get the 5 of them outside incapacitated or well on their way to being incapacitated, he'll go in. But he's wanting them all to kind of take a hit off the pipe first, and while they're doing that, he's going to put some shrooms into their wine.
Okay.
Then he will refill their glasses. Then drink up, my friends.
And I follow
Okay.
him in.
Anybody else going up there?
Galathon follows him in.
Nah, Lore hadn't gone in. He's outside with the 5 guys who are outside.
Okay, so you get up there. There are 7 of them outside. There are 2 women, 5 men, and they are passing around a couple of bottles.
If there's that many, I actually wait and kind of stand by in case he needs help.
Well, Laura will
Or is
still
it
go up there. He will see how they react to the scent of his weed.
Is anybody else going in with us?
I think we're
So
waiting
far,
for.
just 2 of you have come up that direction.
Yeah, we're just waiting for you guys to incapacitate these guys outside, and then I think we're all headed in.
Okay, we'll wait until they're incapacitated, then we'll go in. My question is, what's to keep Lore from getting incapacitated since he's smoking with them?
Well,
Built up
I don't
tolerance.
think weed really does that, does it? I mean, I
That
don't
will
have any
relax them.
experience
The
with it,
shrooms
but
is what will incapacitate them,
oh, okay.
or at least send them on a very nice trip.
I didn't know. I don't have any experience with it, so I was just wondering.
Mushrooms, especially the ones that I'm referring to, are basically like natural LSD. And usually they make tea out of it. I have never partaken any, but I have known people who have, and it's a very interesting trip.
not very fast acting either. Be aware of that.
Oh yeah, it takes a bit to get into their system, but once it gets in, it's in there.
Okay, so Laura, what are you waiting for? I mean,
Well, he just walks up and says hello to him. He's smoking his pipe and seeing how
oh, okay, so
they
he's going to
react
talk
to
to the 7.
see how they react to the scent of what he's smoking. If they seem kind of like that kind of smells good, he's going to offer the pipe to him.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a E20 roll. And what is your charisma?
16.
Okay. Okay. One of the girls goes, I like what you're smoking there. Can I have some?
Sure. And he passes her the pipe.
And she smokes like she has done that before. And then she hands it to the other girl. You don't mind, do you?
No, I have plenty.
And so she takes it and looks like she knows what she's doing and gives it back to the first girl, who takes another hit. And then that gets the guys enticed. Some of them seem like they know what they're doing, other ones don't. And the girls are telling them how to do it. And so this is continuing to go for, it's not a fast process. So,
Oh, yeah, I know. In fact, he'll
and
reload the pipe.
yeah. So at some point, bottles are being passed, and at some point, bottles will come into your hands.
Okay, I will take a drink of the bottle and I will say, I think this needs a little something. What do y'all think?
I've had worse, but I definitely have had better.
Okay, if there's no objections, he will reach into a pouch and sprinkle some shrooms into the bottle and shake it up. Put it up to his mouth like taking a sip, but have his lips closed so he doesn't have to drink it.
Okay.
He'll pass it to one of the girls.
Don't drink it. It's iocane powder.
So she takes a big drink and
And I say, now,
I
it
said
will
L's
take
had different tastes, but I
it
don't
will
know
take
about
a
this
while
stuff.
for it to have effect. Shrooms do that. They take a
Yep.
little bit of time.
I know. And so passes it on. They continue smoking and drinking.
And when another bottle comes my way, I will spice it up too and pass it around.
They're not stopping drinking, but none of them seem to really care for the spicing you've done. Um,
Well, it'll take a little time. Slow process, but it will have effect.
so while all this is going on, what are the rest of you doing? Because this is literally going to be like an hour.
Yeah. I guess we'll kind of putter around the town. We'll need lodging and stuff like that, and if we're doing anything, so just kind of see what accommodations are here. Just kind of look things over.
Okay. There is general store. There's an assay office and a couple of what were once other stores that are boarded up. There's the mill.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, and that's just what Hebner's doing. He's just kind of puttering
Okay.
around, feel for the town.
That's what you see. If you go into any of those, let me know, and I'll let you know what you see.
You said there was a general store?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll poke in there and just kind of see what they have available.
And this is a very, very basic general store. They've got some fabric. They've got some oils, and I mean, cooking oil, lantern oil. They've got torches, rope. Um,
Richard
nails.
Magler and I are going in the bar.
Okay. And so, uh, yeah, I mean, lanterns, anything very elaborate, or expensive, shovels, picks, bows.
Okay, just kind of generic rural implements. And
Yeah,
stuff.
but like like there's nothing flashy, nothing specialized or anything that would be,
What about like a hacksaw?
um no, they don't have a hacksaw. They've got some wood saws of several different sizes.
Okay. Yeah, we'll need a bigger wood saw, maybe a good sized too.
Okay.
They have some bags or something, large sacks,
Yeah, that they have.
maybe stuff that could carry like dozens of heads or something.
Yeah, you could probably find that in there. Um,
Well, the sack might get
they got
wet.
bags that you think you could probably get 2 or 3 heads in, probably 3.
What about like a chest, maybe?
No.
Ugh. All right. Well, I'll see if they have some maybe grain sack or. You said there was a mill, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll pick up the axe and the saw, and then I'll head over to the mill and see if they have some grain sacks or something like that that I could buy.
I do have some. Again, figure you probably get about 3 heads in one. They're more expensive.
Mm-hmm.
The other ones are kind of like burlap,
Yeah. Mm.
and these are no
Maybe a cart and a donkey.
cotton or something. What?
Maybe a cart and a donkey or something, or a cart at least, and we can fill it with heads.
Mm, nobody. I mean, like the mill doesn't have one for sale, and they don't have it for sale at the general store. It's like
Okay.
one might be willing to sell their cart. You just have to talk to them and horse.
Okay. So Hebnier's probably kind of puttered around for about an hour now, so he'll kind of mosey his way back on over, and then kind of wait some more.
Okay. Okay. So Maglor and Nidras.
Mathros.
Oh, Mithras.
It's a hard TH sound. Mathros. Uh-oh. Holy smokes, the place is full.
Now, the third time that Lore goes to load the pipe up, he will add some powdered shrooms into the mix too,
Okay.
and give it to one of the girls and light it up for her, and let her pass it around.
Okay. Okay. So you guys see? Players, can you see?
We did for a minute. Oh, yeah, on the outside, yeah.
Mithras and Maglor, can you see?
We can hear. Can you yeah, we can see. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Okay. Okay. So this is what you see in here.
Well, what I was wanting to do is kind of, go to a table, sit down, have a drink, and kind of align everybody
Okay.
up and see if they're all gang members or what.
Okay. So you move your characters where you want them to move to. You may have to go like beside people and through people because there's only so much floor space in here. Okay. Go ahead and give me, both of you, give me an intelligence roll. D20 and let me know what your intelligence is. Okay.
My
Roll
a
Mithras.
17.
Okay. Maglor.
Yeah.
Didn't give me an intelligence roll. Okay. So, two of you.
Oh yeah, way below his intelligence.
Well, Laura, you're not in there.
But you told me to give you a roll.
He
No.
said Maglor. Maglor's
Okay,
is my
sorry.
It's all right. No harm. So the two of you both quickly determine that everybody north of you is all looking very much bandity. Some of them are the five people that you saw out front earlier. They seem to be flowing between tables and interacting.
Do any of them look like the people that we saw coming over the hill?
No.
All right. And do they look? I mean, we're in a den of 20 odd people, and I'm kind of nervous. So, do they look like they're upset by my presence?
Upset would, but they've definitely noted you, and you catch them at times looking at you guys, and in a
All right.
manner
Well,
of curiosity, sizing up, trying to figure out what you're about.
all right. Well, there's 20 of them. 20 of them. 20 to 2. I think we're gonna drink real quick and then mosey on out.
Okay. The other thing you can
We're not gonna
determine is
make
that,
any. We're not gonna make any interaction or anything like that. We're just gonna get out of there as soon as possible.
okay. The other things that you notice are that the five people sitting to your right around the big round table. I should move this guy on down here better. Definitely seem to be a different group. And the guy sitting here seems to be the leader. This guy does not seem to be with any of either group. Okay. So at the end of your drink, if you wish to go out, you can.
Yeah, I go back out and report to the rest of the crew what we saw, and there's 20 people, and I don't think attacking the whole town would be a good idea.
Okay. Anybody else taking any actions?
Well, if I see the others starting to walk away, I will take my pipe, bid the 7 people good day, and walk away.
Okay. And they're like, oh, thank you. Have a good evening. Okay, so what's the next steps here?
Well, we need to figure out which are the bandits that were. I mean, we could just start killing people and cutting their heads off, but that seems
No.
the best of ideas.
The girl who's with you is like, let's just kill them. All look guilty to me.
Well, some of them might be townsfolk, so
Let them live. They're just as guilty.
That's the priest.
Female. It's a woman.
Oh, okay. Was she a fighter? I'm trying to remember who she was. That's the one that swore vengeance on Miles.
Yep.
What is she? Is she a paladin or? That sound like it. Uh, I thought she was some kind of cleric.
You don't know what she is. She is. Her name's Liesel. She's wearing chainmail. Got a halberd and a mace.
I'm all for taking up the bandits when I look at her, but I'm not for killing innocent people who haven't done anything besides live here.
yeah, I'm not very keen on doing that either. We got to find some way to separate out who's bandits and who's just the townsfolk.
And the cleric is definitely like, absolutely. We probably want to maybe try to capture them and have like hearings and determine who the bad guys are and who just the regular town folks are.
Sounds expensive.
Well, justice is expensive.
Mm,
Well, we've sort of been we sort of have the authority from the Baron to put these brigands to the sword, though. So that's sort of already we have permission, But I don't want to put any innocents to the sword.
yeah, no, we think alike here on this.
I mean, he's even agreed to pay us to bring back their heads, so it kind of assumes that they're going to be dead. But I don't want to be the aggressor and certainly not kill people who haven't done anything besides just sit there in a inn or bar.
You don't have to listen to the NPCs. You asked. I just let you know.
Well, look, they don't know.
No, this is good. I like being able to sort it out in my head.
They don't
Well,
know.
you could always just go ahead and kill him and let the Baron sort him out, because I mean he's the one who hired you to do this, right?
Yeah, he probably doesn't want us to slaughter a bunch of townsfolk that are supposed to be under his protection, though, either.
Yeah, plus they pay taxes. They give him food. That's
If
what
they're
they-
giving aid to the bad guys, then I don't think he would mind.
Well, I don't think.
Yeah, I think he would.
He
I really think he
Well,
would.
they do. I mean, the Diesel speaks up and says, "Not under his protection. Miles is out here. This is free land."
yeah, Miles is kind of just doing whatever he wants. He's exactly helping him hostages.
And the Baron, by all means, has the right to send you out here, and there's no other authority, so no one's going to question you on dealing with Miles. But yeah, these town people, he doesn't care what happens to them.
Oh,
And the cleric goes, sadly, I agree with her. I don't think he has much concern for these people.
Well, look,
Yes.
regardless of that, I don't want to be known as Hebnir the Butcher of this town. So I don't want to be responsible.
And cleric goes, you're absolutely correct.
They don't know why we're here. They don't know who we are. So we don't lose anything by just a while and just kind of seeing who everybody is. We can get ourselves. There's an abandoned warehouse factory or something around here. We can go crash in. We can just hang around in town for a couple of days and get an idea of who's who. And they don't know who we are.
well, how about this? The guy that the cleric killed, that our cleric killed. How about he could, point out the townspeople and maybe get them to stay out of that inn.
Yeah, that's a good plan. We could start getting him to do that, and kind of over a couple of days, everybody just kind of stays out of the inn, and we figure out who's. Anybody else have any other ideas?
Or I mean, if we provoke these guys and they attack us, anybody who's attacking us would be fair game too. That's another idea. But that might be a little bit more. That would be a little bit more dangerous, I think.
I doubt the Baron has a rod of detect bandit head, so he's not going to know the difference.
I don't know. Maybe I was leaving the inn so fast. Maybe we could just wait for somebody to interact with us and see if somebody's got some more information. Maybe I should do. I think we're gonna go back in,
20
Richard.
to 2 was bad odds.
Right, but that one guy that was sitting alone. I mean, he didn't seem to be part of that group. He might have some information and stuff like that. So
Well,
we're going back in.
my point is more that I just don't know that we need to force anything. Like, we don't necessarily have to talk to them right now. Right? It doesn't make a difference if we wait 2 or 3 days, and just kind of more casually get a feel for things.
Oh, and Hebner, while you were doing your scouting, if you mentioned it to anyone, you would find out that the only place with lodging is the Ram's Head.
Okay. So yeah, I guess you guys go back in there and do them, and we'll try and figure out some places for us to stay here. You said there was an abandoned building, Richard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we could always go squat there.
Okay.
Richard, whatever they're doing, we're going back in. We're going back to our
Okay.
table. We're gonna order dinner this time, like we're getting food. So we're gonna wait and see if there's any interaction from anybody. We're not gonna necessarily interact with anybody, but we want to see if there's any interaction with us.
Okay.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, yeah. And I think Hebnir is just going to
Yeah.
go find us a place to all stay, while you guys kind of do some more of the recon.
Okay. Anybody else going in?
Nope, Lord's done his job.
Okay.
He's going to probably go to that abandoned warehouse and kind of let his head clear.
Well, it's not an abandoned warehouse. It's an older, might have been an inn or a tavern at one time. Another one looks like it may have been a store at one time. Not in very good repair, and it is boarded up. So, Laura, you approach it. What are you going to do?
Well, he'll walk around the perimeter of it and see if there's any other openings into it. I mean, he is an elf. He can detect hidden and secret doors.
Okay. You can give me a die roll on that D6. Okay. You don't find any? I mean, hidden. Um, Again, they're boarded up, but there's probably 3 windows on the back side of this, one on each end.
Their board is up as well.
Yeah.
Well, he'll walk back to the rest of the group and tell them what he found.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I have this axe. Let's just get rid of some of those boarded up windows and make our way inside.
Is it daytime or nighttime?
It's daytime.
Yeah. No. Well, if he starts walking that way with the axe, Laura's going to walk the other way.
Okay. So by this time, or you do see that a couple of the people of the cluster of 7 are laying down in the road. One of them is like running his hand back and forth over the surface of the road. The rest of them are laughing a lot more than they've been laughing. Another one is kind of curled up in a little ball as much as they can.
Okay, he'll just kind of take a look at him and like, and just keep on walking.
Okay. Mithras Maglor. They will bring you drinks again. Interested in food,
Getting
lodging for
dinner
the
this.
night.
Yeah, getting dinner this time for. So yeah,
Okay.
and the guy that's standing alone. I mean, does he look? Does he look interested in us, or I kind of nod to him and like friendly nod.
Um, he, he's a bit half elfish, I think. He is he's kind of sitting there with his back towards the fireplace. This is still late summer, so there's no fire in the fireplace. But he's kind of positioned himself where he can watch others and no one can get behind him. You can tell that about him. Um, he does notice you do that. He returns your nod, but he doesn't really offer any encouragement, and he doesn't come join you or anything.
And how about the guys at the 5 guys at the table? You said the one looks like the leader. Do they look like thugs?
Um, 4 of them do, but they look a little more uniform than the others. Um, their stuff is all matching, uh, and of higher quality. Um, Definitely look like people from Ludensheim. And the one that's the leader is fairly wealthily dressed. Not gaudily, but you can just tell that it's good clothes. He's got high grade clothing on. Very plain, travel type clothes. They said nothing flashy, but you just tell that, yeah, he's they're definitely deferential to him.
Okay.
I mean, and they seem to be having like a talk among themselves. Mainly, he doesn't interact that much with them, but when he does, uh, you can just tell the tone and response. Yeah, easily.
All right. Friendly nod to him.
And he'll return it, and he doesn't pay you any attention.
Okay. Well, we'll just continue and see if anybody approaches us or anything.
Okay. Okay, and a little bit they bring out the meal. It's a stew. Um, some black bread, very aged cheese.
So it's
Stew
not
is
not very
what?
good, huh?
I mean, the stew is not inedible, but it's not bad, but it's just not pretty bland. Uh, it's got more vegetables than meat, or there's very little meat in it, and the broth's a little watery. Black bread is okay. Uh, the cheese is just strong and dry. Uh, oh, uh,
We try to listen to conversations around us and see if there's anything interesting.
okay. The From the table of five, there's nothing very interesting. Uh, it's just very personal chatter. Um, a little bit of one-upmanship going on. Oh, not that story again type of stuff. But nothing, nothing of interest to you. Um, the guys nearest you there at the bar, um, not really much. You can tell that again. That's part of how you figured out that most everything up there, the north end of the bar was together in bandits. Um, yeah, they don't know when they're going back out. That's about the only thing you glean from it.
Okay, so we've got some bandits identified.
We're waiting for someone to return. Yeah, you can pick that up too. Um, what time is everyone wanting to play till?
I'm starting to feel pretty worn out. I'm still getting over this cold, so I'm fine.
Okay.
Kind of.
Okay. This may be a good place to break it.
Oh, shit's about to hit the fan, eh?
I don't know about that, but it's like I mean, if you guys were going to say, hey, we could go on for a little bit, but if everybody's kind of, well,
It's
having
fine.
to
It's
spoke
fine
up,
with me. It's fine with me.
yeah. So this is a good place to break. Um, Next week I have an event that I need to go to, so we will not be playing. We'll be playing the week following.
Yeah,
All right.
we're out of town next weekend, so we couldn't play. So
Okay, very good. So have a good couple of weeks, and we'll pick it up then. Experience wise, go ahead and give another 300 for tonight. Okay.
All right. Thanks for the game.
Yeah, thank you
Appreciate it.
guys. Sorry for being a little late, but hopefully we'll be on time next time in 2 weeks. Okay.
Sounds good, man.
And we will talk to you later.
Take care, buddy.
night, everybody.